Welcome back, everyone. We are excited to have Scott back with us today, and we are talking about a really important conversation, something every leader faces at some point, and that is criticism. How have you approached criticism, both constructive, negative, throughout your leadership journey?
I think if most people, your first reaction, especially if you're the expert around that category they're receiving criticism about, is to make your blood boil or get angry or try to explain it. But my best advice is you got to pause, make sure you breathe, and first listen. Keep in mind, if you're hearing feedback, you're doing something right. You're making decisions, you're getting stuff done, you're moving a team or an organization or an institution forward. So feedback is a good thing, whether or not it's positive, and particularly if it's negative. So all feedback is good to hear. Does this mean that the feedback is valid? Not all the time, though, of course. But as a role as a leader is you're first to listen, take it in, and ask non-defensive but probing questions. I think that's the most helpful conversations. Always thank them for giving their feedback, even if it's really hard to do. You almost never need to fix it in the room or at that exact time to keep in mind. When you're calm, so after the fact, reflect on it, explore it, and decide what are the next steps, even if the decision is to do nothing with that feedback sometimes as a leader, because you can't solve everything out there, but you do have to process it as well. One of the keys I've found is that feedback that really ticked me off, it might be hitting something within me or within what I'm doing that does really matter. And so that's worth exploring as well after you've had the moment to calm down, and don't try to fix it in that exact moment.
You know, one of the things that you said in there that I think is a real gem is that if you're getting feedback, that means you're doing something. And so it's all about a little bit reframing that conversation within our internal heads of, we're hearing something, but that means we've gotten somebody's attention, or we're hearing feedback on this thing because we're now to a point that we can move from good to great. So I think that's one of the key tenets that you kind of hit on is reframe that. Take a breath, take a moment, and then really reflect and figure out, where do I go from here? Such great advice, Scott. Thank you for being here. And to everyone, I hope this has been another valuable lesson here, and we will have much more in another playlist coming out soon. Have a great day, everyone.